All right, guys, welcome to our team call for April 11th. For the Wildflower Tribe, it has been a super exciting weekend with Super Saturday and really awesome start to the month with our big promotion with All Access. And I just feel like lots of crazy, exciting announcements too with our new, hopefully you guys saw that we have those 2 new vegan flavors that came out. I know the elite coaches, I think, got some samples, and I've heard some positive things about the vanilla, that they've been better received than the regular vanilla, which is nice to hear. So hopefully that'll be a good thing for us moving forward, to have those extra options with the vegan vanilla and the vegan cafe latte. The shift is a 21-day workout that's coming out with a new trainer. For those of you guys that didn't see, oh my God, sorry. Those of you guys that didn't see, it's going to come out at Summit, so July, and it looks awesome. You guys should totally look at the infomercial for it. I'm super excited about it. I like that it's someone new, but still a 21-day program, because I feel like we definitely have a need for that right now with the 21 days. And Autumn's programs obviously have been out for a little while. And I just think it's nice to have that like short-term commitment for people to get started, so they can feel the success and the results early on and keep up with the momentum. But anyway, as you guys know, stop waving and encouraging it. As you guys know, Shannon and I went to Super Saturday in Portland, Oregon this past weekend, and it was like the best ever. It was obviously short, but it was just so nice to go on a road trip and go on an adventure and explore a city and go to and see a bunch more people than we have here going on in Bozeman. So I was talking to Shannon at the Super Saturday. Actually, we got to hear from the top coach in the whole company right now, which is nuts. I don't even think I really realized that was like a so it was good. It was really good to be there. We have I don't know, I lost my train of thought. But so Shannon and I were talking about what she does every day during the power hour, or during her power hour, what her behaviors were. And I just thought that they were something that you guys could benefit from too. I feel like it's always nice to hear what other people are doing, because at the root, I mean, we're all pretty much doing the same things, but how we track what we're doing, like what our workload looks like. I find what Shannon's doing super inspiring. I know you guys do too. She's obviously been killing it, and she's always like, I swear, I feel like every time I'm looking at someone's post, I'm like, there she is, encouraging someone again. Like, how does she like keep up with everything? But it's awesome, because she's really created like this amazing presence, and I know a lot of you guys feel that too. So I wanted her to share what she's doing, because it's a little bit different than some of us are doing, or what I've been doing. So yeah, I'm gonna let her take it away, and we'll get started.
Okay. So my primary deal is for my power hour, I try to get it done first thing in the morning when I wake up, because I feel like I have less crap from my daughter if I get up and do that first. But I work out of notebooks, like crazy notebooks, because the online stuff is really confusing to me, and hopefully one day I can get with Ashley and figure out how to manage all of that. But until then, I work with my notebooks. And I have a couple checklists too that I kind of work off of. I have this one that I have in a binder. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it, but it's like let me see, checklist. And it's got pretty much everything that I need to be doing like through the day on there. And so instead of having to print one of these out like every day, I have like a plastic like little thing over the top of this, so I could use just like a one of those markers and whatever. So like it has complete a beach body workout, which is your workout for the day, drink your shake, read or listen to personal development, reconnect with existing friends, sending out new friend requests, inviting people to the challenge groups, inviting people to the business. So coaches, it reminds me to post 3 to 5 times on social media. And the last one's get outside of your comfort zone. So I try to do all of those every day. I might not get them all done like first thing in the morning, but I try to do that. And I have another little thing inside that's got another, it's like a calendar schedule thing. It's got a plastic cover over the top of it too. And it's got like a schedule thing on here for like times for like appointments or whatever, reminders, things to do, phone calls, emails, places to go, notes. So I can kind of keep everything within that binder that I need to do for the whole day. Then I don't forget like doctor's appointments or calling somebody that I told them that I would call to talk about whatever. It's all right here every day. But for my power hour, Kelly bought me a pretty new notebook, so I get to use this one instead of my ugly one. But anyways, the first thing I do every day is I obviously have spent a lot of time finding groups that I like. So like mom groups, groups about snowboarding, dance groups. I bought a Cricut, or I got a Cricut for Christmas, and so I'm on a group there where like a bunch of ladies show you how to do projects. But that's been a really good group because it's a bunch of ladies who sit down home and do crafts, and I've got some response from that group. Anyways, I'll pick a group, usually in the morning, and the groups that I'm in usually have thousands of people in them. So what I've started to do is I'll go to the members tab and go alphabetically. So like I'll go to like what yesterday I did Modern Mama Diaries. That was the group, excuse me. And I went to, hold on babe. I went to the B section because I did A's before. So I'll put Modern Mama Diaries and I'm going through the B's. So I will literally scroll through all those girls in that group who look interesting to me, who look like I would vibe with, and I'll send requests from there. So I know like where they're coming from. But I send out 20 friend requests every day or more, but I start with 20. And then if I'm scrolling through Facebook and I find people that I think are interesting or whatever on my people I might know or whatever, I'll add more people, but I stick to 10 or 20 a day, and I usually get about 10 back every day. So out of 20, I usually get 10 new friends every day. And so after I send my friend requests, I then go back and I write down all my new friends from the previous day. And if you go to your page and then friends and then recent, they're practically in order. So I'll go from the end of my last day, and this was, usually I recognize names, but from this girl's name up are all my new friends that have accepted my request since yesterday at the same time that I did my power hour. So then I write down all of those new friends. I don't know if you guys can see it, it's kind of bad lighting. I write all of their names down for the people who accepted my friend request. And then I go through and I send them all a private message. Usually it's, depending on what their profile picture looks like, I'll compliment them, or I'll just say, hey, thanks for the ad. And then I always add hashtag yay for new friends. If they came from like a mom group, I'll put a couple hashtags. I'll put like hashtag yay for new friends, hashtag Cricut geniuses, or hashtag because mom life is hard, or whatever. So usually I get a pretty good response from that because people are like kind of shocked, but they'll be like, hey, like thanks for the ad too, you know, thanks for saying hi, and then it kind of just goes from there, or they'll compliment me on something and then it goes back and forth, and I usually end up talking to a lot of people just from those conversations every day. I don't, in your dance bag. So then after I send them all private messages thanking them for accepting my friend request, I go back to all my posts from the previous day and I write down everybody's name who liked or commented on my posts. And I visit all of their pages and I comment on their stuff or send them private messages in regards to whatever they posted the previous day or their most recent whatever's going on. Sometimes if I know people, I will, send a more personal message, or even little things like if somebody posts a picture about their kids doing something funny, I won't just like the post and say, oh, cute. Like, I'll like the post and say, cute, what's her name? Or cute, how old is she? So that they have a chance to respond back. And it gives you kind of room to talk, because then they'll say, oh, my daughter's 7. And I'm like, oh, I have a monster, she's 4 years old. And then when you go back and forth on that post, then I'll send a message and I'm like, okay, sorry, I'm like blowing up your newsfeed. Like, so how's it going? Like, how's motherhood or whatever? And I've made a crap ton of friends doing this. And my whole thing is I don't push Beachbody on anybody. Like, I ask them about their personal life and about the things they post. And I get a lot of takeaways from talking to these people. If they post some killer quote, I'll comment on it and say, oh, that totally spoke to me. Like, where did you find that? And then they'll be like, oh, I got it from this group, or oh, this page, or whatever. And then now I have like another lead for another group or for another page to find cool quotes or whatever the case may be. I have people, even if they're not, haven't asked me like about Beachbody, they come to me for advice. Like, a girl last night said that she was worried about her husband because he was almost 300 pounds and he had a steel rod in his foot. And he really wanted to lose weight, but he couldn't work out. So she's like, do you have any like recommendations of something we can do? So I have this little app that, no, it's not an app, it's a website. I can probably put it in the comments for you guys because it actually is really cool. Anyways, you can plug in you can plug in their age, their weight, their height, and their activity level, and it will tell you how many, like the calorie bracket, like if you want to maintain your weight, if you want to lose 1 pound a week, if you want to lose 2 pounds a week, it'll tell you the calorie bracket that you need to be in to be able to do that. So anyways, I sent that to her and I'm like, have him get his nutrition together, and then once he starts shedding the pounds and eating healthier and dropping the soda and whatnot, then you guys come to me and we'll get him working out. And then she's like, that'd be great, because I've always wanted to work out with him. So I take a little bit of extra time with people like that because I'm hoping that someday they'll come back to me, but just keeping those relationships open. I'm finding leads from people that I think there's a gal in town that's actually in our challenge group. Her name is Randy, and her husband jumped in and they're working out. They're like seriously good results, but she's a rep for a juice company. I can't remember, some vitamin juice company. I can't remember what the name of it is, but she doesn't want to do Shakeology, but they want the workouts and they've been killing it. So I've spent a lot of time encouraging them because they're doing so well. And because of that, she's now sending me people. I think I've talked to 3 new people within the last week just because she's like tagging me and stuff online saying, Shannon's great, like you need to talk to her or whatever. Like, that's been good. And I've actually met a lot of good friends too, just from talking to people. So I'm hoping that like eventually, when they need help with fitness, then they'll come to me. But that's like my main priority, is establishing relationships with these people. So let's see. Tracking people. So the people who've showed interest in Beachbody or have said, or given me objections or said I'll do it later. I keep them all in this little notebook here. So I list them all, and usually every couple weeks I'll go through and check in with all of them to find out if they're still interested, or if there's some reason why they're not talking to me anymore, or if they're just avoiding me because they think I'm gonna like pounce them for information on Beachbody. But I keep them all in there in that notebook, and I don't need your help, but thank you. I keep them all in there, and obviously the people that I've
mostly like in the
if they've signed up, or if they've practically told me to kiss off, I cross their names off, and I keep going. But that's how I keep track of the people that I check on. My maybes, my no's, my
everything, like almost everybody.
Anyway.
In the whole group.
So I have like, I don't know how much time we have. How much time do I have, Kelly?
You should have 15 minutes.
Okay, so I had a bunch of examples that I wanted to share with you guys, but I won't share all of them.
She won't share all of them.
Okay, you need to just be quiet, please. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I have different scripts and whatnot that I use for following up with my people and for inviting. And also, I don't know if you guys know my friend Craig. He's all over Beachbody community, but he's given me a really good idea about sending messages to people who you haven't been able to connect with on Facebook. So I'll send those. Bailey, you need to stop, please.
She will send those.
Sorry. I have a crazy toddler. Anyways, I will go back through my messages. He gave me this. Okay, you gotta go play. Go play. Go. She makes me lose my train of thought. Sorry. Anyways, so I can go back on my messenger on a list of people that I've sent my hashtag message to every day. And I can see the people who never responded back, who never said, you know, you're welcome or whatever. And I use this message on them. I've been doing it just like once a week, just because I think more than that might be too much, but I've got so many people that never responded. So I've been doing like 10 of these. Like I'll do it like on Friday or just one day a week, but I'll just put, hey there, I noticed that we haven't had a chance to connect, but we are friends. I just wanted to put myself out there and say hello. I hope you're having a fantastic day. And that's my like second attempt at talking to these people. I mean, they accepted my friend request, but they haven't talked to me yet. So once I start getting people to respond to my like my hashtag message at the very beginning, and then I start going on their pages and liking and commenting on their things, then I start noticing when I start going back and writing down on my likes for my posts on the previous day, their names start showing up. So, and my list was crazy when we got back from Portland. It's taken me 2 days to catch up, but I caught up, and I've got a lot of really good leads from just liking other people's stuff and commenting on their things and just showing interest in what they're doing, because they're coming right back at me and showing interest at my stuff. And one thing I do is I throw out like a lot of compliments to people. Like if I notice that I scroll on somebody's page and they don't have very many likes, and it's something that I can obviously tell somebody made an effort on this post, I'll make a big deal about it and compliment them on their efforts, or how cute they were, or how cute their kids were, or whatever, and it works. Trying to think what else. Oh, one thing I did wanted to mention too is I've talked to a lot of the coaches, like, you know, bigger coaches obviously than me, but about when appropriate times are to answer emails and get back to people. It's because it's a lot. I'm literally on my phone all day long with my notifications and with messages and friend requests, and my phone's kind of off the wall all day, but I keep up with it pretty well because I don't designate a time to sit down and look at my messages. Like, my power hour is my power hour, but I talk to people all day long. Like, I've had a couple of people where I tried the whole, okay, I'll sit down and answer all my messages and answer all my notifications when I take Bailey to school. Or when I get her to bed at night, I'll, spend an hour or whatnot doing that. But it wasn't working because I was losing people. Like, I had people wanting information, and they're like, hey, tell me about this or tell me about that. And it took me 3 hours to get to them, and then I lost them. Like, I had a guy who went and found the Beachbody site and didn't talk to me again. So I try to talk to people as soon as they message me or as quickly as I can, because I want to get them while I have them right there. Because obviously they're interested like right then and there. And if they have a minute, or if that's their only time to be on Facebook to talk to me, then I'm obviously going to be there. And I've done that for my challengers too, which is probably a bad thing sometimes, but I'm just present as much as I possibly can be all day for everybody, and it seems to be working. I'm getting a lot of feedback and a lot of good stuff from people, so I don't know if that helps anybody, but I'm literally at this all day long. But I do my power hour in the morning, and I communicate with people all day long. So I hope that helps. That's kind of my day.
Yeah, that was awesome. It was exactly what I was hoping you would share. When you do your power hour, Shan, can you just talk about like where, like, do you write the names down, like what you do, like how many people you invite or follow, like who you decide to follow up with? Like, do you have a plan for that?
Yeah, I do. All the people that I comment, like I comment, I go to everybody's pages who are my new friends since yesterday, and all of the people who liked my post from the previous day. The people I follow up with are, I follow up with everybody every single day. Like, if somebody asks me, I do it, like, I go through my entire list. Like, I don't get a lot of Beachbody requests all day, but I never not answer anybody's question at the end of the day, like, ever. Like, I always answer every message before I go to bed at night. And as far as my invites go, I've been trying to do 10 a day, to the people that I'm like talking to all of the time, or the people that are interested in what I'm doing. That's my downfall, is the invites, because I'm like, I have a really hard time with getting to know these people, and then they like me and they're comfortable talking to me, and then I throw the Beachbody bomb on them, because I've lost a lot of people that way. So my approach with that is crazy. I have a big list that Dana shared on the Elite site of messages that we can use, and I use those, but I also I can share one with you that I use. So I send this to people who I notice are liking my posts all of the time, and I do this every day. Lately I've been doing probably about 5 a day, but I try to go for 10 if I can recognize enough names and I'm not sending that same type of message too much to the same people. But I send this when I say, hey girl, I'm so thankful for you and your follow. I've been on such a crazy journey of health and weight loss, and most importantly, positive personal growth. I'd love to know more about you. Are you actively reaching or working towards health and fitness goals? Or do you have any interest in exploring ways in which you can improve your lifestyle? If so, I'm happy to help. And I mean, that's just a message that I send to people who are liking all my fitness posts, like a lot. And then one of my follow-up messages that I send to people who have already talked to about joining that kind of like fell off, and I want to check back in with them. I send them something like this that says, "Hey girl, every month when I'm putting my challenge groups together, I can't help but think of you. Do you still have any interest in jumping in with me? I've got a spot available for you." And I send that. But yeah, I try to be, my downfall is the invites because I'm always scared I'm going to lose people. But that's kind of my goal for this month, is to double my invites and see what happens. Because I think I had like, before I started coaching, I had literally less than 200 people on my friends list because I limited access to my profile because I didn't like to share my daughter's pictures. But I've got almost 900 now. And on Instagram, I have like 820 followers. So that's grown quite a bit. And like I said, I'm adding like 10 friends a day. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to afford to lose some if I do some more inviting. So
that's awesome. I love your invite and your follow-up. Can you put those in the team page? Because I think that would be great to add to the scripts that we already have too for ours. And I think I love that you could feel your heart through them. I think they don't seem so, cliche, like salesy or cliche.
Yeah. I don't like that whole part because like, I don't know. I like connecting with people, but I don't like losing them.
For sure. Yeah, and I think what's really powerful here too is like you're connecting with so many people on a personal level, and it like obviously it takes time to build personal relationships, but I think when your people do come around, and the people that you have and then the people that will come around in the future, I feel like it's so clear that they really have a really good relationship with you. And I think that, it's evident to it's evident to me, like you haven't lost like a single person up until like super recently. And that says a lot. So that's something to be super proud of. And I think the people that when they're ready, they're really trusting you, and that's super powerful. So those people are all going to come back around for sure. So I love this. Does anyone have any questions before we lose time? We have like 3 minutes left.
Are you doing the same stuff for Instagram?
I don't do as much on Instagram as I do on Facebook, just because it's harder to type out all those like long. I don't follow up with people on Instagram because people will like my stuff and say small comments here and there, but nobody really gets in depth on Instagram like they do on Facebook.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I have a question. Again, about hashtags, because I just don't get them. So when you put your hashtags in the private, I'm assuming your private messages you're sending to them via Facebook, can you then search your hashtags in the messages, or is that just on public posts that you can search that stuff?
I think that's just on on public things. Like, I don't think you can track the people that I don't think you can track it that way.
Okay, so when you say you're checking on your hashtag peeps, you're just scrolling through your messages.
Yeah, when I say that, like I just use the hashtag because it sounds cute, and people will literally say, "Oh, that's so cute, your hashtag." That's not really going to go anywhere. Like on your Facebook posts and your Instagram posts, they'll go somewhere, but I don't think they go anywhere in your private messages.
I don't think so. I feel like it's just to like keep it light and like be kind of funny. I love it though. And I love the different groups that you're in, because I feel like so often we're like, yeah, go for your hobbies. And we're like, but what are your hobbies,
Yeah.
So I feel like you've nailed it with like the snowboarding and the dance, and home crafts is a great one. Christina, you should do like home, fixing up, whatever you want to call it.
I have a quick question.
Did I unmute it? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Does anyone ever schedule posts? Like, so that's one thing that's kind of already done.
No, I kind of just wing it throughout the day. But I think Kelly does.
Do you schedule posts?
I've thought about it, I'm not gonna lie, but like, I mean, up until very recently, I felt like I didn't have any sort of system for what I wanted to share until I did this diamond training that I'm in right now, and it kind of prompted more thought about it. But I never have. I think I commented on your post about it. I just hate how it says like scheduled by postcron. Like I used to sometimes like, write ideas down, so I had like the whole post and I knew what picture, and I would just know, when I wanted to post it. But I never like I schedule posts for groups in advance, like challenge groups and trainings, but I don't schedule posts for my personal page in advance.
Okay, cool.
But you can schedule, like you can plan it all out, like, cause I know that's super and I think you can be more direct to the people you want to speak to if you plan it for sure. It's just like, I literally probably write it on my to-do list every month and then it just never happens. But, I mean, I think it's a great